Aaron, this past weekend, New England Patriots, obviously in the middle of a snowstorm, you're playing there. A lot of the pictures that come out from that game, and the conversation is obviously, is this Bill Belichick's last time coaching the New England Patriots? Had a sweet ski mask on.
So cool.
Only saw his eyes. Saw the hoodie up over top. There was photos that were taking place of you guys chatting before the game started for like 20 minutes. And after the game, he beelines to who? Aaron Rodgers. Hug, embrace, and then he goes right to the locker room. You head the other way. Now, the whole world is wondering what's going to take place in New England. Obviously, there's been mixed reports. Now, Vrabel's been fired from the Tennessee Titans. Connor's celebrating him coming back to New England if Bill was to leave. What were you guys chatting about, and how long have you and Bill kind of been close in Titan this entire thing?
I think I first met Bill at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am over a decade ago. Probably it was either 2010 or 11. And I always had great respect for him. And he said some really nice things that day. I didn't honestly think he knew much about me. But and then didn't get to play him in 2010. Played him in 2014. Had some, a nice moment after the game with him. And same thing in 18 and 22. We always kind of found each other at some point. So I was bummed out not to be playing. Bummed out, that this could be the last time he's in New England. But none of that came up. We actually talked about a snow game in 2019 at MetLife when the Packers played the Giants. And I just think it'd be so fun to have a glass of scotch with Bill and talk ball, because his knowledge of the game, his ability to recall things. He was recalling these two specific plays that we had from the game, and obviously I can do that. I've made those plays, but Bill's on the sidelines, and he's talking about these plays he saw on film and different things, and I don't know. I love his knowledge of the game. I have a ton of respect for him. I don't think he's done. I don't know if he's going to move on, or if their time is done there in New England, but I think the NFL is better with him in it, and I'm thankful for all the little moments I've got to share with Bill over the years, and just tell him how much I respect him and believe what a great impact he's made on the game.
How come everybody that plays football or is around football feels the same way about Bill Belichick, and then you'll hear like some media and fans members say the complete opposite? Like, why do you think football people, and it's kind of similar with you, like basically every player, not just in the NFL, but most professional athletes are like,
yes,
Aaron Rodgers is the guy. So like your perception maybe by some media members and by some fans is normally vastly different from every professional athlete and every football player. Why do you think the same thing is for Bill Belichick? Because I'll say for me, for how long he was dominant and how much he's committed to the game, it's impossible not to respect that. But you as a guy, first ballot Hall of Famer, why does everybody like it that's in your level feel the same way about Bill Belichick?
I think because you realize how difficult it is to have sustained success in the league, and that if anybody's ever played against him, especially on the offensive side of the ball, what a great strategist he is, and how, we were talking about the 2014 game, right, pregame, and we were laughing because their strategy was so incredible. I never kind of seen a defense be able to do that and adjust, where you put your number one corner on a number one receiver, put your number two corner in a safety, you put your number two corner in a safety on our number one. You put your number two on your number one corner on our number two, and then you put your number three on our number three, right? And then he's like, man, this guy from Fresno State has this crazy breakout game. Just his recall. That was, 9.5 years ago, 9 3/4 years ago. He's talking about what Devontae Adams was doing and the plays that he caught and the fact that they had to adjust and different things. And I'd never seen a guy be able to do that. But once you play a long time in this league, that these games are won between Monday and Saturday. Right? Sunday is just the icing on the cake. That's the time you play and go execute what you've been working on. But the true masters can win Monday to Saturday, and he's one of those guys he's found little advantages over the years that have he's been able to utilize. He can adjust on the fly. He can adjust in the first quarters, at halftime, third quarter, and he's been a savant ahead of the game for so long that I think everybody who's played a long time just has a ton of respect for him.
Everybody that plays for him, too, says his personality is fantastic. Doesn't get talked about as much because of what he does to the press conferences and the media. And then he comes on game day and he puts a helmet on.
Awesome.
So it was like, I love this guy. How many games is he away from breaking the all-time record?
15 wins away.
So they're saying he's going to go get that, obviously. Will it be with New England? We shall see.